All right, so the last race of the day, the men's 10,000 meter final.
And underway here. No false starts in this 10,000 meters.
Class of the field is right around 28 minutes this year. We also have the defending champ, Julius Kosgei of Harding. He outkicked Mario Macias last year in a dramatic win down the home stretch. We also have Scott Bauhs of Chico State. He's run just under 29 minutes. Oliver Bodor, Western. He's run 28:44 this year and just under 14. Jesus Solis, Adams State. He's run 29:03, but I believe his PR is just under 28. And Paul Jellema, he's a great story. We'll tell you more about him as the 10,000 meter final continues. And in addition to that, we have Joel Hamilton, who I believe he was All-American last year. I want to say he finished third in these championships last year. So it's a great field, and enjoy this 10,000 meter final as it could be one of the best in meet history.
Fans are already into it. Some rhythmic clapping and cheering. It's early. Naimadu went straight to the front just as he did his steeplechase prelim earlier today.
As a freshman last year, Weiss was fourth in this championship for Slippery Rock. He's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference champ at 5,000 and 10,000, and another one of the regional athletes
nothing crazy.
of the year in this competition.
Pace looks to be fairly comfortable. Everyone
Weiss wearing hit number 10.
Trying to stay as inside as possible.
Sandwiched between the two from Abilene Christian.
So we've got Naimadu out front. Weiss, Slippery Rock, he's a sophomore, he's on 29:52. He's regional runner-up. He was third place in cross country in 05 as a true freshman. So he's very, very strong.
And he stepped up rather effectively here to 10,000 meters. He's
third,
28:44 this year.
I believe it's Laurent Nira Camero of Abilene Christian. He's from 30:23. He's a South Region runner-up, multiple-time All-American. We'll give you this first 800 split. Adams State athletes are chanting. They're really pulling for Nicodemus to pull off this double here.
This should show us that Adams State is among the front runners.
Now moving up to the front.
Nothing very hectic about this pace as they come through 800 meters, 2:36.
So the pace is pedestrian for all the athletes.
No one's covering his move yet. He probably just wants to see a more honest pace, maybe PR in these championships since the conditions are pretty nice.
And Jeff Weiss during that 2:36 split at 800 meters decided that wasn't for him. So he's going to move things along a little bit.
I believe in fourth is Tony Turgeon, South Dakota. If that is him, he's a one-time All-American during the 2004-2005 campaign. And that was actually at Cal Poly Pomona in 90-degree heat. So, given all that, it's pretty impressive. Most people are not going to be used to 90-degree heat come November 20th.
No one has taken the bait from Weiss. He's off on his own. Everyone seems to be respecting Nicodemus.
Weiss out front. Nicodemus, Solis, Bodor.
That was about a 69-second lap by our official figuring up here, and you can see what it has done by way of establishing a lead for the sophomore, Jeff Weiss of Slippery Rock.
Concerned about this early pace. I think probably just more concerned about being in the right
position. Pretty good size lead, and at this point the peloton content to let him go. 21 and a half laps remaining. A great sense of urgency at this point in time.
Third, Solis, Turgeon. That's Kosgei, all in the white and black, just behind Turgeon.
It's not surprising the pace has gone out so slow as so many of these athletes are doubling and even some tripling. Nicodemus just turned back, said something to Bodor, and he's moved out to allow others to lead this chase back.
In the gymnasium parking lot, just outside the stadium, they are available round here in 10,000 meters, just about 5 minutes for the leader Weiss with the trailing pack. You'll see it about 6.5 seconds behind.
Apparently, I guess he had taken 3 years off of running, and now he's really just kind of gotten back into the swing of things. I think he ran 14:17 indoors. He was All-American in the 5K. Those of you that didn't know where he had come from, that's kind of his background. We believe he's in second, followed by Nicodemus, Oliver Bodor, and Jesus Solis, Adams State.
And Jellema has definitely picked up the pace. Starting to catch up to Weiss a little bit, and he's strung out the field behind him. Starting to gap Nicodemus a bit.
Senior with a best of 29:17 this year.
So Weiss still out front. Jellema running in second. Nicodemus. Scott Bauhs now making an appearance towards the front of this main pack. Seem to be starting to slowly reel Weiss in.
And that lead is narrowed from 6.5 seconds to just about 4 seconds. Weiss in the trailing pack, led by Jellema, and then Naimadu in third.
Jellema's maintaining about 3 meters over Nicodemus.
Really starting to reel Jeff Weiss in. Weiss, Jellema, Nicodemus, Oliver Bodor, Jesus Solis. Just behind them is Turgeon, Kosgei. Remember, he's the national champ last year. He's got a great kick. And just behind Kosgei is Scott Bauhs.
All these athletes have been taking water early on.
Bringing up the rear of that pack is Jellema.
19 laps to go here. Jeff Weiss now.
Bunch back up again a
His
little
lead down to about 3 seconds. It was 6.5 seconds just 2 laps ago. Jellema running second. Nicodemus, Naimadu, Abilene, Chrstn running in third.
Order remains the same.
Everybody's in lane 1.
Competition on the female side has concluded for today. Team scores that include the 10,000 meters, the hammer throw, and long jump go as follows.
Maybe a little,
in 8th place,
a little bit slower than
San
we would
Diego,
like in
6th
terms of the
place.
seed time. As
Two-way tie for
we've got a
6th
stress
place,
reaction
both
in this
state with
hip
8 points.
going into the regional
Puerto
championships
Rico
in cross country.
also with 8 points.
He ran on that in cross and he missed about 3 months worth of training. He got his qualifying
Two-way
time at Mount
tie
Sac
for
off of,
3rd place,
I believe,
St.
5 to
Catharines
6 weeks
has
of
10
running.
points,
So
and it was that win.
he's coming in pretty fresh, and he's feeling real strong coming into these championships. So it'll be really interesting to see how he does in this 10,000 meter final.
Through day 1 here.
So Weiss still up front, followed by Jellema, Nicodemus, Bodor, Solis of Adams State.
There goes Nicodemus.
Nicodemus now moving into second, starting to reel in Weiss.
7 laps down, 18 remain. Weiss, Naimadu,
18
Jellema.
laps to go. Weiss still out front. Nicodemus in second. Bodor.
Track is right beside train tracks. Had a number of trains go by. And Weiss is going to see his lead in pretty soon. He keeps looking back. See if he can hop on somewhere in this pack and hold on to the pace with them.
Weiss continuing to lead, but his lead diminishing pretty much with every stride at this point in time. Jellema running in second, then Naimadu in third, Clark in fourth.
Jeff Weiss out front. Jellema,
Bodor
Nicodemus,
running in the fourth
Bodor.
spot, right? And 200 meters,
Starting to bunch back up again.
950, so a 450 second mile after a 5-minute first 4 laps.
Still very comfortable for these athletes.
Gone from running 5-minute pace, which 75s, down to they're in 450 for that second mile, so just a hair over 72s for those last 4 laps.
And as we mentioned earlier, 9 of these 16 men have 5,000 meter responsibilities coming up on Saturday, so they're interested in trying to take it as easy as they possibly can here. Nonetheless, being a championship race, there is going to be some terrific competition as we work our way through. We're coming up to the completion of 9 laps, 16 remain.
Right.
Now Jellema takes over
Jellema
the lead, wearing
first time.
hit number 1. As Jeff Weiss moves directly behind him in second.
71.3 on that lap.
Yeah, we're running 73 second speed, so about 4:52. Pace remains pretty even over the last 3 or 4 laps.
Weiss, Nicodemus, Naimadu, Bodor,
Jellema,
Western,
Weiss,
Solis,
Naimadu,
it's your top 5.
Bodor, the top 4. And then it's Jesus Solis.
Let's run through that second half of the top
He's got
pack.
29.06 best, so he's
Kosgei in 6th.
Kosgei in 6th. We believe
Kosgei and
Camero, Abilene Chrstn
On his outside hip.
on his outside, then Scott Bauhs, and I believe just behind Scott Bauhs is
that Hamilton?
Joel Hamilton, that's correct.
And then
I
behind him,
believe it's Tony Turgeon of South Dakota.
in 10th.
10th, give me that name here. Second. Not sure who that is yet.
And Nicodemus is
Naimadu takes a
in the
turn
back
at
of
the front.
this pack from Adams State. So, as you can see, there's still a good 13, 14 athletes hanging on to this front pack, although Nicodemus has picked it up a little bit here. And it looks like the top 9 are starting to separate themselves a bit. Bodor's right on his heels, covering the move. And Weiss has stayed strong here in this front pack, staying in 3rd place.
Nicodemus now in the lead.
Oh, he tried to get some water, but couldn't hold on.
Nicodemus stopped by Bodor. Then Weiss, Jellema, top 4.
Adams State runners cheering field on, and their man Solis in 5th.
Lead hit 15.
Naimadu, Bodor, Weiss, Jellema,
If that's correct, he's coming in
Solis.
at 47 seed. He's 5th place in the East region during the fall. So he's definitely a strong runner.
Kosgei on the inside, he's running in 6th, and to his, Kosgei on the outside. Well, let's put him on, yes, on the outside with defending champion Kosgei.
Nicodemus is calling for the other runners to pass him. He's looked back a few times.
Top 10 men, Scott Bauhs is in this group as well.
See if Bodor takes up the challenge.
Bauhs the best of 28.54.
Nicodemus got his water this time.
Going to be approaching the 5K within the next 300 meters here.
300 meters or the equivalent of 3 miles.
Coming up on 3 miles right now.
Nearing the halfway point.
We've got Nicodemus, Bodor, Weiss, Jellema, Solis, Kosgei. I believe it's Besor. So I've been inaccurate earlier. It was a 336 for the last 1200. So they're right at 72s.
14:39.
So his top 3.
That split 4:49 on the mile.
Top 4
So things continuing to
Kosgei making a move to stay up with
as we
that
started
front
at
pack.
5 minutes and then we moved to 4:50. Now we're at 4:49.
Solis is dropping back a little bit.
And coming up on the midway point down the backstretch, 5,000 meters.
Coming
Keep your
up on
eyes on
halfway.
the finish line's clock at the line. 15.
And Nicodemus has once again moved outside to allow other runners to take the lead.
15
And Weiss is
or
going to
so.
take him up on his challenge again.
Right on 30-30 pace.
Speed, but it's going to get
Not very
faster
fast for any
folks,
of these
because there's a
athletes here.
large crew
Most of them have
running
run
together, and they're going to
about
want to
30
separate
minutes or
themselves a little bit.
significantly faster in this field. Weiss out front, Nicodemus content to stay in second place, so he really wants to start running hard. Jellema in third. Scott Bauhs now moving towards the
And Jeff Weiss taking his turn
Solis
back up
is
at the front
starting
of
to
the
fade a
pack.
little bit.
Yeah.
That was a 72 on that lap.
Naimadu,
Weiss picking it
Jellema,
up again. It's great to see.
pretty much the same prospects here at the front of this pack.
Weiss has led the majority of this race.
Weiss out front still. Nicodemus.
Jellema and Bodor, Kosgei.
Kosgei content.
So
Just
we've
kinda
got
sit in the pack.
a front pack of
Wait.
10. And Solis has fallen off the back into 11.
Weiss, Naimadu, Bodor, Jellema, Kosgei, Kosgei, and then Bauhs.
There's Hamilton.
11 to go.
2:25, so about 73 seconds on the lap. 11 laps to go here.
Everyone in this front group looks pretty comfortable. Scotty Bauhs moving up a little bit on the outside. Still 10 runners in this front pack.
As a front runner, he's just a sophomore. Last year, he was a freshman. He finished fourth in the Division II National Championships.
Coming up on 10 laps to go here. Weiss still out front. Followed by
Naimadu,
Nicodemus.
Bodor, Kosgei, and Bauhs now into fifth.
There's about a 70 on that lap. Weiss picking it up a little bit here. 10 laps to go. 4,000 meters of running left. Nicodemus covering his move.
Yep, gonna take the lead again. Maybe he likes this move. Maybe he wants to
Stretch things out.
capitalize on it.
Nicodemus, Naimadu making a fairly urgent move down the
He's got
backstretch.
10 meters already. We'll see if anybody can go with him. I think it might have caught some of the other runners by surprise.
Be interesting to see what he does. The other runners decide, we're not just going to let him walk away with this. My feeling is he'll probably slow down.
Weiss, Bodor,
let the pack-
Kosgei, and Bauhs, the next 4
let
minutes.
the pack catch him.
Naimadu comes off the turn with
They
a
start
7 or 8
to
meter lead.
make a move for him
As he comes up
and
to
let it come
the
down to a sprint
4
finish.
mile point where he makes it the quarter thereof.
Still got a good 10 meters on Weiss.
400 meters.
Holding strong in second. Nicodemus keeps looking back to see if anyone's going to challenge him.
And they continue to accelerate the pace. That was a 4:43 mile. And 11 on that last lap. Naimadu now content to let the pack close a little bit as they go down the back stretch, and that gap has narrowed with Weiss running in second, Bodor third, defending champion Kosgei.
Looks like this chase pair, Weiss, Bodor, Kosgei, Bauhs, and Hamilton. We're going to give Nicodemus a challenge here.
Yeah, we're down to 6 at the front now.
It's Gasor and Jellema, I believe, running in 7th and 8th. All-American is still up for grabs here.
But they have fallen off considerably.
Still back there. So got Nicodemus out front. Seems to be extending his lead a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And Bodor, Kosgei,
Naimadu, you see a lot of the lead, but he
really
was down
interesting to see
here.
what Bauhs does. He's a pretty gutsy runner. I know he doesn't want to just let somebody walk away with
That's
it.
71 seconds on that lap.
Weiss is looking strong still in second. Kosgei has moved up to third, the defending champ.
Joel Hamilton has moved into the trailing pack of 4. Hamilton running for Colorado School of
Coming into
Mines.
this Nationals, really fit,
School
very
record for him,
fresh. So
29:45.
this might just be where his fitness is at. Maybe he is a 29-20 guy coming into this championship.
Number 2.
Well, you can see that Nicodemus has extended his lead.
He was third a year ago in the national championships.
And the chase pack is down to 4 now.
Bodor starting to fall off. He comes in with the second fastest seed time with 28:44. You'd think he would be able to handle this pace
See if
a little
he can
bit
cover
better,
it.
but that's the way it goes in championship racing.
As you can see,
it's not a time trial.
Nicodemus with a good 30 meters now.
Kosgei now making a move.
Naimadu and now Kosgei ability first.
With him.
There we
Scotty
go.
Bauhs follows him.
Weiss in
Bauhs
4th.
set school records this year as a
Hamilton in
sophomore. Chico stayed in both the 5,000
Check out
and
this
the
move.
10,000. Ran 13:40.63 for 5K. And his 10K school
picks it up.
record
Now it's slowed down.
20:54.55.
Yes,
Weiss and Hamilton back in it.
Weiss is going to go back into the lead. He's not
I think he
playing
wants somebody
games.
else to do the work to take him back up to Nicodemus. That's what it appears. So we got Nicky D out front, followed by Weiss, Bauhs, Hamilton, Kosgei. That's your top 5. Bodor running in 6th.
Nicodemus keeps looking back to check on his lead and looks very smooth. He's approaching a lapped runner.
Nicodemus is
Nicodemus
that
Naimadu.
runner that he's about to lap. That's Mark Beatrice and Cal Pomona. He ran a steeplechase earlier. Qualified for the final, so there's got to be a little fatigue coming into this.
6 laps to go for Naimadu.
Nicodemus looks back again.
Being
See
waged
his
for
lead is about 50
second
meters
to
now.
5th.
Weiss, Bauhs, Kosgei,
With Oliver
Hamilton.
Bodor running in the 6th spot.
Those are the
And
outfits
behind
main
Bodor
chase
is
back
Chris
there.
Clark of
See if they can kind of close the gap. With
Now
6
for
laps
University
remaining
of
in this 10,000
Pennsylvania.
meter final.
and
Bauhs just
Jesus
took a look
Silvas.
back to see how far back the second chase
Let's
pack
put that
is.
gentleman running in the white
Take a
over
look,
red
too.
of Southern
So you
Indiana.
can see they've got another 50
He
meters
is in
back
the
to
second
Bodor
at the moment.
and Jellema. Those guys are fighting for 7th
8
and
men to score. 8 men become
or
all
6th and
Americans.
7th. Excuse me.
So 2 big motivating factors here.
Be interesting to see how this main chase pack, how it unfolds over the last few laps here.
2,000
Is
meters
anyone
to
going to make
go.
a break and really try and go after Nicodemus, or are you just going to kind of battle for second
Just got
place?
A little over 2,000
Yeah,
remaining.
maybe too little too late at this point. Bauhs finally asserting himself in second.
Moving into second place.
Kosgei's going to cover that, and it looks like those two are going to break away.
We're going to get you a lap split on Bauhs here.
You can see Nicodemus still a good sizable lead.
So we got 2K to go. We've hit 5,000 meters. 8,000 meters. 2K to go. 5 laps.
Oh,
Pace
someone just
continues
dove into the
to
infield.
get faster, 4:37 on that 5th mile. And Scotty Bauhs now leading the chase.
Bold move here.
It's a big surge.
Gap on
He has run 13:40 this year. He's the top seed in the 5K. He's also run 3:46. So we'll see, what kind of wheels he's got, in this last 2,000, and how much strength he has given the move that he's just made. He's moved into second. Kosgei is not able to cover the move right now.
Weiss is actually picking up on Kosgei a little bit.
Bauhs has made up probably half the distance on Nicky D in this last 400 meters.
Sure, Nicodemus, there he is, coming down the home stretch. It looks like he's actually slowing a little bit.
A mile remains. Naimadu and Bauhs having made up a lot of ground here in this.
That was a 66.5 for Bauhs.
Glance over his left shoulder, and he sees Bauhs coming hard.
He's looking back. Nicodemus is. He knows Bauhs is coming now.
Third and Weiss in fourth.
See what he does.
You got to think Nicodemus respects Bauhs. As Bauhs caught up to Nicodemus at 5 kilometers at the NCAA cross-country championships in the fall. And Bauhs made a move on him, so you got to think that Nicodemus respects him. You know, given the move that he made cross country.
Bauhs is definitely still closing this gap a little bit.
Apparently Bauhs isn't just going to let Nicodemus walk away with this. He's going to give him a run for his money. We'll see what he's got in this last mile. Bauhs continuing to make up the deficit.
It's down to about 30 meters now.
Chico fans going crazy. They're chanting Chico.
Here we go.
See what kind of split Bauhs has here. 67.6. So just ran about 2:14, 2:13 for the last 800.
Bauhs on the move. He's got some good momentum going.
Hamilton in 5th, but the battle for 1st is going to be between Nicodemus and Scott Bauhs.
One could only guess that Naimadu wants to take this as easy as he possibly can.
He's still closing the gap.
Lead, but Bauhs is
continuing to close the lead.
It's going to make him
Chico
look for
State, I do not believe that they have ever had a national champion in distance events. At the worst, at the least, excuse me, Gary Town has yet to coach a national champion, so Bauhs can pull this off. It's going to be great for Scott and Chico State and Gary Town, the coach.
Yeah, it looked like just when you thought Nicodemus and maybe run away with it, Scotty Bauhs made a gutsy move. He's going to make a race out of this.
So Nicodemus now holding probably a 15-meter lead, 10-meter lead roughly, with 2 laps to go. 27:28. Scott 2 seconds
now just about a second and a half separating the two leaders. Bauhs, the CCA champion, 1500 meters, so he's got some
8 meters now. Nicodemus sees him, knows he's there. The race is on.
Naimadu some company at the front of this 10,000, and so what looked like it may be a runaway is now going to be a terrific
Scott
race.
takes a rest.
As we've got
here and tries to draft off him.
About 650 meters remaining, and just a stride between the two men who are on the
good
lead.
wheels, so be interesting to see. And it's Bauhs. He's challenging. 600 to go. He's moving into the lead.
And Bauhs showing no cessation of that momentum.
Chico fans are jumping up and down. They're going crazy right now. Bauhs making a strong push with 5:25 to go. Nicodemus running in second. It's going to be a photo finish here, hopefully, for the fans to see what Scott can do in this last 400. So it's Bauhs, Chico State, Nicodemus, and Abilene.
Chico State sophomore.
Scott Bauhs trying to become the first national champion in Chico State history. That was a 64 flat with 1 lap to go.
And this is going to make it glad you didn't get a smoke going early. As this is going to be a terrific
entire last 400 meters. So Nicodemus, Bauhs out front, running 1-2. Jeff Weiss running 3rd. Kosgei running in 4th. But the battle is going to be between Bauhs and Nicodemus. Has Bauhs stretched himself too thin? Or has he done enough to get rid of Nicodemus in this last stretch? It's going to be great, this last 200.
Close.
We're going to see what happens here. So Bauhs, Nicodemus, the fans are going crazy. Not just the Chico fans, but the entire crowd. Abilene's yelling. Chico's going nuts. Bauhs, Nicodemus, Bauhs, Nicodemus, Nicodemus, clean, slightly ahead. Bauhs, Nicodemus, it's going to be at the finish. Bauhs, it's going to be Bauhs. It's going to be Bauhs. Bauhs takes it for first national champ in Chico State history.
57 seconds on that final lap for each of those.
57.5 on the last 400.
This first day of our Division II National Track and Field.